Hey everyone, it's Connor again, and I'm just going to continue on from where I left off yesterday, and we're going to analyze EU intraday. It's 9 a.m. today, Thursday. I think it's the 27th of April. So if you hear me sniffing too much, by the way, guys, I apologize. Hay fever's killing me. So we have here EU on the daily. Then we'll go over the DXY. As you can see yesterday, we after this bearish engulfing the day before came back bullish, took out the weak high that I had targeted before, because I said, we had this leg, we pulled back, failed to break the low, so this high was weak. So you can see we've taken out that high, taking out that buy side liquidity, and taken ourselves into this order block from a previous high from last year. So that closed out the daily candle as a kind of sweep rejection. So that's where we are there on the daily. Let's go down to the 4 hour. I'll start discussing my narrative here actually on the right hand side as well. So you can see we reacted off that orb, as I explained, pulled back, swept this sell side liquidity, and had a massive bullish run from there. So where we are on the 4 hour is even more so of a high test rejection. We've taken out the buy side liquidity from this week high and this week high, and gone into that daily POI that I mentioned. So my narrative so far is mixed. So daily we closed out rejecting POI and taking buy side liquidity. 4 hour high test rejection close, though a new bullish leg and new high was created. And if we go down to the 1 hour, but anyway, on the 4 hour, you can see we've kind of stalled here, right? After this big high test, taking all that buy side liquidity. So it may seek out some sell side liquidity. So on the 1 hour, let's drag this over here. So on the 1 hour, the 1 hour now shares the same leg with the 4 hour. However, it did close above these previous highs, right? So it is a nice bullish leg, but then we had that massive bearish engulfing afterwards. So what I'm seeing in prices, we've got this liquidity trend line here. We may see a pullback into the discount leg here because, pardon me, we do have sell side liquidity below here, filling all within these imbalances and fair value gaps, and we have obviously our order block down here. So after a massive move like this, we can expect to see, some sort of reversal, pullback, or entire trend change, because like I mentioned before, we do have the possibility of a deeper correction, right? We do have all of this sell side liquidity trend line. Even if we go back up to the daily, you can see the dailies move up from this point here. It's quite corrective, so you can see there is potential for a deeper pullback to maybe this area here, but I'm not going to read that too far ahead. It's still bullish for now, but my narrative is mixed today. My narrative is very mixed because I've got a note here. So 1 hour new high and leg with bearish engulfing, and my note is, though we've seen a high created, price is not closed above the previous high on the daily and the 4 hour, indicating buy side liquidity sweep at the moment. So we could see a pullback into discount. So that's what we have here on the 1 hour. So there is potential. For me, I need to see the order flow switch. So now we've currently had one breakdown on the 15 minute, and we're in the middle of possibly, we came up, we tested this order block here, and if we take out this low again, then I can see shorts, right, to a certain point. I don't want to target shorts all the way down to the previous daily low, but I will target some short-term shorts. So let's go over to the DXY. Let's go back up to the daily, and we'll go to the DXY. So the DXY for me is still painting the same picture. So for me, this is still a weak low on the DXY. We've tested this daily order block and we've come down since, right? We had a bullish day, but then we had a bearish day, creating a new low. But again, the day closed out as a sweep, essentially. It took this sell side liquidity, didn't break this week low just yet. So on the 4 hour, You can see I still have the week low there labeled. For me, we're still bearish. We're still in week low scenarios. You know, we've pulled down, pulled back, taken buy side liquidity, created a new low. However, obviously on the 4 hour, the same way as EU, we've closed out as a sweep, right? So for me, this high is still strong until it's broken. We'll go down to the 1 hour. You can see we've gone more and filled this imbalance here a bit more. So on the 1 hour, you can see I've got my liquidity target here for the week low. The 1 hour again, you know, we've got this 1 hour leg. We have actually created a new low. We've pulled back here. Right now, this is not, you know, it's no indication of taking this high and that we're going to come for all of this buy side liquidity here. It's still just a pullback for me. So we could come up and fill these imbalances here, right? The imbalances in the premium, or we could just, you know, take the buy side liquidity up here and continue further down. This is still a weak low for me at this moment until it takes the high, right? So weak low here, and we've taken sell side liquidity and we're having a bit of a bullish pullback. So for me, DXY is still bearish. So DXY is still bearish. EU, however, is creating that mixed picture that it could be going bearish. So I would need the order flow change to change here on DXY as well in the same way. And I would have, you know, I would have just short-term targets for bearishness on EU. So I'll go back to EU. And that's my narrative. That's what I'm looking at for today. Hopefully that's very clear. And I'll be staying patient. Let price do its thing. Show me which direction it wants to go for now. And yeah, so that's my narrative. And I hope you've taken something from this. And I'll see you guys again soon.